Hello my lovely people, welcome back to my channel. I greet you according to your time and the time you are seeing this video. We are still on the gist from the palace of Ooni of Ife. Allegedly, they said Queen Naomi was surprised on seeing Dr. Elizabeth and her mother and the king and some kinsmen visit her in Akure. My people, there's something I noticed about this whole issue. Dr. Elizabeth is not going to rest, seriously. She is solidly behind her husband. Not just that she's just behind her husband, she is making every effort to see that the king and Queen Naomi reunite. Unlike some people who will be pretending that they want Queen Naomi back, someone like Ronke, who has been pretending all this while. So my people, why I say this is because if Dr. Elizabeth is not doing it from her heart, she will not be involving her family in all of this. But some time ago, I heard that her father reached out to Queen Naomi, telling her that things are going to get better between her and the queen and the king, you know. But there are a lot of things that have been done, and for that to happen, that someone must go down. You know, we are still waiting for the person to go down, of which they said the man did not mention name, if it is one of the Olories or the Kinsmen. But one thing we do know is that there are some diabolic activities in that palace against this union between Queen Naomi and Prince Tade and Ooni of Ife. So this time around, they said Dr. Elizabeth's mother with the king and some kinsmen visited Queen Naomi, and their reason for the visitation is to beg Queen Naomi. According to what we are hearing, they said Dr. Elizabeth's mother was able to speak to Queen Naomi to a length, you know, heart to heart, telling her that you see all these things that is happening, that God must know about it, you know, that things doesn't happen just like that. And sometimes the way we plan our life is not the way it is going to be, that it is only God who disposes things the way they should be. That one thing you should understand is that the king is not happy, that he loves you from all his heart, and that's why you see him coming after you every now and then when you have told him that you are no longer interested in the marriage. As a matter of fact, you have divorced him on social media, in as much as he's a first-class monarch, you know, but still that did not make him to stop coming for you. Although some people will say he's doing it to prove to you that he can still keep you and marry other women, but the fact remains that he is not happy. And for the fact that you are the only one who bears him a son, he cannot let you go. But instead of you to keep wasting your time, that it will be better that you fight this battle with your husband. And thinking that all these older Oloris are going to leave the king, that is never going to happen, because he married them legally the same way he married you. But what we'll be fighting about right now is how to make them leave the palace. But the king is not able to achieve this because you have not given him your word. He is afraid that even after making all these women leave the palace, that you might not return back to him. And we do know that ever since this whole thing started, you have never heard that Queen Naomi said this or that about coming back to the palace. From her body language, you can ascertain that she is no longer interested in the marriage. You know? So, but Dr. Elizabeth's mother is appealing with her to please give the king time and to fight with him to be happy, because he is finding it very difficult to be happy. Forget the fact that you see them dress up, come to activities, make people believe that they are fine and all of that, that he is not fine in any way. This is complete 1 year that he married 6 women. Not even one person can give him a child. And maybe when he was marrying them, he was thinking that at least, before now, at least he will have a son. Even if Queen Naomi denies him sin that day, at least he will be using that one to, you know, to hold body. But it is not forthcoming. That the king is dying slowly. He's no longer happy in the marriage. He's no longer comfortable with all these ladies. Okay, you can imagine it. Look at Ronke. Ronke that used to be the king's favorite until Dr. Elizabeth come in. Now they said when Ronke want to go and grace the king's bed, that he shunned him out of his chamber with anger and all of that. That is to tell you how frustrated he is at the moment. So the Dr. Elizabeth's mother is begging Queen Naomi to please look at his husband's face, forgive him, because the main thing here is to forgive him. That she should try and forgive the husband. That it might be the her destiny to remain in the marriage. You know, and considering the fact that the king is not letting go, she too, she's not helping matters, that she should please reconsider the king. As for the Olories leaving the palace, that she should give the king time, and they are going to make sure that that one happens. But if that the Olories can never live the king's life, you know, but they can leave the palace. And it is only when she works hand in hand with the king that the king will be able to function very well. Because as it is now, he is not happy with the marriage. Not just being happy, he is restless. And sometimes you see him deny rejecting food. Some time ago, yes, I heard when they said for days he didn't eat. He was, you know, at the time he insisted that Queen Naomi must make his meal. All this drama, why not help the king? That the king is afraid of losing Queen Naomi. And that is why when Queen Naomi keeps quiet about this whole thing, it got to him so badly. That forget the fact that you always see him dress, go to party, do all of that with these women, that he is not happy with them. Even when the women will come outside and be praising the king is this, the king is that, they are all of them are just making up stories to make people believe that they are happy in the marriage. But sometimes it do come out from their mouth that there is no happiness in the marriage. So the king is disappointed in them. By now he was believing that at least one of them would bear a child for him. But God knows why he placed Queen Naomi in that place. So instead of Queen Naomi to be wasting her time, because she's a woman and this is her prime, according to according to Dr. Elizabeth's mother, that he should try and give the king second chance. My people, I don't know what you guys think about this whole thing, but from the look of things, the king is tired of getting married, though, and he is more focused on bringing Queen Naomi back and Prince Tadenikawo especially. So they said this woman talked to her to a length, but up to now we do not hear her reply. Whenever I hear that, I will come and let you know, okay? Thanks for watching. Don't forget that they are all alleged information, because I do not go to that Akure with them. Always bear that in mind. Okay, thanks for watching. Bye for now. Love you guys.